Hello everyone, and today, as you have already noticed by my white gloves, a watch has arrived, a very unusual watch, namely from the company MECEXP, model MS1001 Ti, Titanium Edition. If you're looking for a weird watch, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything more unique than the MS1001 Ti. The watch is delivered in such a beautiful black box, where in the middle the name of the company, MECEXP, is beautifully present. Well, let's open the box. This is how it opens beautifully for us. And here we are immediately greeted by a wristwatch on a pillow. Let's put it aside for now and see what else is included in the kit. Next, we need to pull this part by 2 loops. We take it out, and here we are greeted by instructions in various languages. Next in the bag, we have a magnetic cable for charging our wristwatch. And in the kit, you will also find an adapter from USB-C to USB-A, which gives you the ability to charge using different ports. Now let's take the watch out of the zip bag and talk about it in more detail. If you're looking for a weird watch, you'd be hard-pressed to find anything more unique than the MS1001 Ti. Made by Hong Kong manufacturer MECEXP, the MS1001 Ti is actually the company's second watch to incorporate the quirky timekeeping technology. Whereas the firm's previously crowdfunded MS1001 had a stainless steel body though, the MS1001 Ti goes with titanium. As a result, even though this second model is larger than its predecessor, it's also lighter, 86 grams as opposed to 100, 3 vs 3.5 Oz. Its proprietary mechanism was inspired by the lead screws that 3D printers use to move their nozzles back and forth across the print bed. In a nutshell, a lead screw is a long, thin screw with a component threaded onto it, and which is turned via an electric motor. The component is held down in such a fashion that it can't simply turn along with the screw. This means that as the motor turns the screw in one direction or the other, the threaded component moves along its length accordingly, either up and down or back and forth, depending on whether the lead screw is positioned vertically or horizontally. In the case of the MS1001 Ti, there are 2 such screws arranged vertically side by side, each one with an indicator arrow that moves along it. The arrow on the left lines up with a numerical hour display and smaller minute markers, while the arrow on the right simultaneously lines up with a numerical minute display and smaller second markers. Once every 12 hours, for the left side, or 60 minutes, right side, the arrows fly back to the beginning of their respective runs. On the first glance, I thought the markers are moving up and down on this twisted steel rod they are attached to, but after a closer inspection, it was clear that the whole rod is moving, not the other way around. Can't really figure out how a solid-looking column is able to curve back at the end of the case and continue its journey into the shadows below. However, the mechanism and its operation will keep many watch geeks wondering for quite some time. The display is protected beneath a scratch-resistant sapphire crystal glass face and can be illuminated when necessary by an integrated LED. Power is provided by a rechargeable 200 mAh lithium-ion battery, which is claimed to be good for 35 days of use per charge. In terms of functionality, there are 3+1 of them in this tiny space. These can be activated by pressing the crown. One press activates a mighty blue lightning that lights up the whole dial for a decent amount of 5 seconds. 2 presses and the left marker shows us the current battery level in percentage. 3 presses will take you to the chronograph function. In this mode, both markers rush down to the bottom. After a second crown push, the marker on the right starts to move upwards one by one. When it reaches the top, it slides to the bottom once again, and the minute marker on the right takes 1 leap upwards. This can continue up to 12 minutes of continuous time measurement, if my calculations are correct. 4 presses for setting the time. The whole rig is rated as being water resistant to 30 meters, 98 FTE, which really just means it can withstand being splashed. At the very bottom of the hour display, a small Easter egg can be found. All Swiss brands like to remind us about the origin of their product. No exception of this habit is Japan, but Germany also heavily pounds its chest whenever the chance arises. The China-made title does not consider to be such a privileged, widely acknowledged statement to be presented on a watch. Yet, but MECEXP does not hide the cradle where it was conceived. The brand transparently communicates the birthplace of its watches with pride. So, after diving deep into the MECEXP MS1001 Ti Titanium Edition, it's clear that this is not your average timepiece. With its unique screw drive mechanism and titanium build, it's a conversation starter and a bold statement on your wrist. Whether you're a watch enthusiast or someone looking for something completely different, this watch offers an unconventional, futuristic design that's bound to turn heads. Its quirky timekeeping method, inspired by 3D printer lead screws, provides an innovative take on how time can be displayed, while the inclusion of features like a chronograph and a battery life of up to 35 days per charge make it more than just a novelty. The addition of a sapphire crystal glass face and LED lighting further enhances its appeal. For those seeking something truly out of the ordinary, the MS1001 Ti might just be the perfect match. While it might not boast the prestige of Swiss or German brands, it carries its own unique charm. MECEXP has certainly delivered a piece that merges the future of timekeeping with striking design, all within an accessible price range. So if you're in the market for a bold, futuristic watch that stands apart from the crowd, the MECEXP MS1001 Ti could be the perfect choice. What do you think of this watch's unique design? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more reviews like this one. And that's all from me. You can buy it using the link in the description. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. Bye everyone. Ciao.